Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho.
When you're down here with me, you float down.
Like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What is up there, everybody?
Uh-huh.
Welcome back
What's
to
up?
Friday the 14th podcast. I am the bad guy, Nick H. And the H is silent.
Doom! And I am
Silent.
Mr. Fuentes. That's it. Mr.
That's
Fuentes.
it. And then that was the whole episode right there. Bye, guys.
Yep.
Not bad.
Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all.
I've been waiting two weeks for this moment.
Keep supporting Friday the 14th podcast. We're gonna keep bringing great content like this to y'all. I hope you have a great night.
Follow me at the 4K bad guy. But on the real though, what is up, everybody? It's been 2 weeks, of course. This is bi-weekly.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways. Unfortunately, the real one is not able to join us tonight. He is, I believe, at work. So, but he wanted to jump on.
On that grind.
He's on that grind. He's got to make that bread so he can buy more physical media. Hashtag physical media for life. So today's movie review it's your pick, Fuentes. Do you want to give like a little backstory, or is that really? I mean,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's no backstory.
I was born September 7th, 1989, in a little town called Aransas. Oh, not that kind of backstory.
Not that backstory.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, I picked this movie kind of on a whim. I was kind of just looking through Netflix and maybe slightly in the back of my head inspired by UHD, trying to find some hidden gems. And I looked through here and I saw this movie called Aftermath. I mean, I don't know. The trailer was pretty gripping. So I decided that we should review it. I'm already doing the snaps or what?
The snap. Well, essentially, yes. Spoiler-free synopsis.
So whenever I was looking into it, well, I watched the trailer. It was pretty gripping. But a synopsis is, basically these two married couple who have had an affair in their relationship are trying to work through it. To try to get a change of scenery, they impulsively buy a new house that a murder was committed in very recently. And after they move in, strange things start to happen. And the couple are beside themselves on who to trust and to believe if these events are actually happening or if it's all in their minds.
Maybe it's all in my head.
In my head. Nick H, Nick H, Nick A, hey, hey,
H.
it's silent.
Dodge is silent.
So
that's the official synopsis, or is that one of your made up synopses?
that's one of my made up synopses.
Oh, okay.
I know I'm getting just so good at it, you can't even tell the difference anymore.
I'm gonna start paying you for that.
All right. Hey, if anybody is out there for their movies and they need someone to watch the movie and give a quick snaps, I'm here for y'all. I only charge a small fee of $100,000, so just hit me up and I'll definitely hook you up with that great synopsis.
It's quite small. It's very small.
Yeah, very very small.
Very affordable for the
affordable fee. Inflation, and things, things are just going up in price. I went for groceries, and things are more expensive, so I have to up my prices.
How would you handle I don't even know if you're a cereal guy, but for me, like I love Frosted Flakes. Can imagine paying $10 for a cereal box.
How much they are right now?
No.
Oh man.
I mean, for like the what is it, the giant size? I think it's like $4, $5. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. So like my diet mainly consists of like meat. So I buy like the big old like 10-pound tub of meat you can buy like at HEB, and it would cost about $25 for that. I went very recently to go get me another roll, which was about 2 weeks later, and it went up from 25 to $33. Um, so pretty big jump, $8 jump right there. And then my dog's dog food went from $20 to $25 for the same bag of dog food. So inflation, man, it's happening all around us.
We're talking about like I don't really know if prices went up on bacon or anything like that. I just know like I spent like $20 just for buying like basic stuff for like just make tacos.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the bacon cost hasn't went up yet. I mean, it's almost like inevitable it's gonna go up. But when I bought bacon recently, it was about the same price it was last time. Those are the only differences. But maybe I'm about to go shopping this upcoming weekend, so I'll know. I'll give you all an update in the next 2 weeks on what that was like.
You're gonna have like a special behind the scenes vlog.
Yeah, like okay, now I'm shopping right here, and oh my god, you want to see something scary? These prices.
One more thing before we actually go into the rating. I came across this Frosted Flake drink. I don't even know what it. I guess it's a drink, like a shake. It was weird. I saw it like all very tempting. I was like, I don't know, I want to spend like $7, $8. Try something. I don't know. I just thought the world should know about this Frosted Flakes drink.
Damn.
But spoiler for rating. Your pick. Your first.
Sure.
Or do you
So
know as long as I?
I gave this a rating of 3.5 out of 5.
Ooh, 3.5 out of 5. I'm looking at that rating as my generous rating.
Mm-hmm. My
So,
generous rating would actually be 4, but
huh,
I just can't do it. It's 3.5 right now.
right now. So for me right now, it's a 3.
3. Trace.
13. That's how I say it.
Yeah. So for this movie, the director is Peter Winther. Peter Winther doesn't really have very many directing credits as far as like TV spots and stuff, but he has been a producer and co-producer for a lot of really top-notch Hollywood hits like Independence Day with Will Smith. I don't know why I said with Will Smith. Everyone knows Independence Day was with Will Smith. Back in 1776 when he saved us from aliens.
And Bill Pullman as president.
And then he also co-produced The Patriot with Mel Gibson. Damn it, where are the other ones that I mentioned just a second ago? Eight-Legged Freaks. Not that was a popular one, but it was kind of popular when it came out for a little bit. Man, there was one other movie, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But he's been a pretty big player in the producer game, but now he's jumping into the director's game. And honestly, I don't think this is a badly directed movie. So, pretty solid, kind of foot in the game, throwing it into Netflix, kind of getting his feet wet into this directing stuff. So, yeah. And then the cast, I don't really know like a lot of these people, but their faces are familiar. Like I know Sean Ashmore, he played one of the X-Men characters at some point. Iceman. And then I've seen him I've seen him in other movies just throughout the times. Ashley Greene, I don't really know what movies she played in.
Besides Twilight.
I guess she was in Twilight. Like I didn't know.
She was the short-haired girl, Alice, the vampire.
She was Alice the vampire.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounds hilarious saying that. Alice the vampire. Alice Cullen is the official name.
I guess she was Alice in Twilight. So if you
Yep.
know, which again, this is a movie it wasn't even recommended to me by Netflix. Like I had to dig inside the horror section to find this movie. But you got a girl that's been in Twilight, and you got a guy that's been in X-Men as the leads into an unknown Netflix movie directed by a guy that's produced movies like Independence Day and The Patriot. Like, it's kind of crazy that this movie is just kind of buried underneath all this crap, and you don't really know, and no one really knows about it. Like, it's kind of weird. I'm not saying it's a great movie. I obviously gave it a 3.5. I think it's an all right movie. I'm just, from some of the things I've seen in theaters before, and I've seen being promoted, this wouldn't have been a bad one to promote or put out, but I haven't seen nothing. But anywho,
You're still going to as far as the crew?
There's other people, but pretty much nobody else I know.
Okay. Spoiler warning.
Danny was hot.
Oh, the
Britt
sister.
Baron. Yeah. Britt Baron.
Have you seen the show Glow, Netflix, the one about female wrestlers?
No, I don't think so.
No, well, she's a person she's one of the actresses on that show.
Oh, on Glow.
On Glow, yeah.
Nice.
So you want to see her elsewhere? You can watch her on there. I don't know.
Check this stuff out.
Glow. But Netflix. This is where it's at. You just mentioned it pretty early on. This is spoiler warning. Your light up keyboard. Favorite scenes?
Oh yeah, so yeah, if you want, I already did mention it, but yes, go on Netflix, check it out. It's called Aftermath. Again, I had to search for it myself, so you might have to go to the search bar and click in Aftermath. It's in the horror section. But yeah, check out this movie if you enjoy our review of it, and enjoy the rest of the show. So as far as favorite scenes, so I kind of liked, just like starting off the movie in general, they try to give you this this kind of feeling that this movie was going to be kind of I wouldn't say slapstick, but a little bit more on the comedy side from the first maybe 15 minutes of the movie. You start getting into it, and they're obviously cleaning off, I guess the main character, his job is basically cleaning up crime scenes, or he's part of a team that cleans up dead bodies, or things that people that make a mess with suicide and different types of things inside houses. He goes and cleans them up. That's his job in the movie, and kind of starts off the movie with with that in mind, and the people are kind of talking, and the dialogue's going on, and one of the guys dude, this guy's a jackass, he's such a douche, he used the biggest gun he could find to blow out his brains and make a mess for people like us to come clean out. He did that shit on purpose. And it was just kind of funny hearing that interaction, because you don't really hear those types of interactions in movies, but they happen in real life. So it's kind of funny, it brings some realism to the movies, that they're the dialogue to me was pretty good, pretty fresh. And so I kind of liked, at least starting off from the beginning, that they kind of were putting in that pretty good dialogue. It kind of made me feel good that the rest of the movie was gonna be all right, at least when it came to dialogue. What about you? You have anything you like in particular?
Let's see. I'm trying to think about the story overall, but I like a lot of the creepiness around it. Because the whole movie makes you believe it's I've probably already stepping into spoiler territory already. But the whole movie makes you believe that it could be like paranormal, supernatural type of shit. Because you don't see anything. You don't. The camera does not catch anything. Well, they use camera towards the end. Just to name a scene, I like the scene with the sister Danny. Just at first when you see someone walking inside the house, you're like, you think it's the couple walking back in, but no, it's his sister bringing leftovers or food
She
to
was
the
bringing,
little dinner.
yeah, she was bringing like food for the dinner or something like that. That was supposed to happen.
Yeah, and of course there's a note or was it a message or notes that's saying about feeding the dog.
Yeah,
Feeds the dog, and then just the random shit that's going on. Because she has her phone, she tosses it on the bed.
yeah, they did that a lot in this movie. That kind of aggravated me so much that they just carelessly I mean, I guess that's realistic. People in real life, I guess, when you're at home, you answer a text message and you just throw your phone on the couch or, you just. But okay, I'm not trying to be mean. Maybe Danny was very comfortable with her sister, but who goes to their siblings' house and just throws their shit around like it's their house? I can imagine at your own house, at your house, you're gonna just throw your phone on the kitchen counter, or throw your phone on the couch and forget about it when you go up to go do something. But how are you gonna just grab your phone and just throw it on my sister's desk?
So we were taking selfies inside the house also.
Huh?
No, it was at the mirror in front of the mirror, so they were taking selfies. No, just I'm trying to think what was going on in between the moments that were happening because she loves to leave her phone up there, and she's like, it's like, well, fuck this, I'm gonna leave outside the house, but then she hears her phone like, oh, gotta go get my phone. She goes and does that, and she hides in the closet, and she gets pulled in. I don't know, it was a more just naming the whole damn, trying to go scene by scene, but initially my scene is when she gets pulled through the closet, pretty much.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I just feel like I need to lead it.
That was one of my favorite scenes as well. I had in here. My little note on that was that I like the suspense of it. How it made you feel, and kind of this whole movie kind of gave you that feeling. Like there was a lot of suspense built into this movie, and I think they did a really good job of misdirection and suspense. Like they made you think it was this guy when it was possibly this guy, and then this other kind of third party gets thrown in, and you're like, whoa, was it this guy the whole time? And then you kind of figure out oh, okay, it was the guy I originally thought it was. And there's 40 minutes left of the movie after somebody gets caught, so you're like, well, what else is going on? And honestly, the big, I don't know if we're gonna spoil it, but we might spoil it. But the big twist at the end really kind of got me. I didn't really expect that. I did kind of think that maybe the neighbor had access panels throughout the house, but I definitely didn't foresee the big twist at the end. That was definitely caught me by surprise. What about you? Did it catch you by surprise?
Well, I mean, you get a little clue towards the end, but even when finding about the certain person, it's just it's how it turns out. It's even more disturbing.
Yeah.
So you can know what the person, whatever that thing, but just the how this person's going about it.
Whenever the foot came out from underneath the bed, whenever she was looking at the footage, I was like, oh shit, there is a ghost. It totally, it caught me off guard.
It was one of the first moments, right? Whenever she sees the wall, it's in the other room, she's staring down, and you see the hand, or is it a foot?
I think it's a hand. I tried to pause it.
Reaching out.
I tried to pause it to see, and the only thing I could see is it looked like it was like this side of a hand, like reaching through and slamming it on there. Oh, I rewinded and paused it like 3 times to try to see, but it looked like a hand to me.
See, man, the arm itself is like very pale, like white skin. It's really trying to make you believe it could be a ghost type thing.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. You know what really messed me up was that like watching the trailer kind of gave away a hint that it wasn't a ghost. So like the whole time I'm watching the movie, you know, even though paranormal kind of stuff was happening, even up to the girl Danny getting pulled into like the closet little area into seemingly emptiness, I still kind of kept in my brain like, oh, it's not a ghost. It's someone doing this. It's not a ghost. It's someone doing this. It's not a ghost. It's someone doing this. And so it like kind of killed some of the vibe because the movie itself really tried to give you the what's the word I'm looking for? Assumption that it was a ghost. You know, they tried their best to kind of make it feel like there's a ghost in the house. But
and
like
threw shadows around. The temperature that would drop all the way to 31.
yeah, and it's just kind of like in the water turning on randomly, and you know, but like the more the movie went on, it almost became like the more since I had that already in my mindset, it's like, well, a ghost doesn't poison people. But why would a ghost poison the dog? Why would a ghost poison the husband? Like, you know, a ghost doesn't. Ghosts don't do that. They haunt. They hurt. They don't poison your food gradually. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of crazy. What else? But yeah, like I was trying to say before, they did a really good job of setting up the seller's husband to kind of look like he was the one doing everything. So
Well,
you really,
hey, whenever he's trying to convince Ashley, what to call him by her actual name, trying to think of her character name. He's trying to get her to sell it back
Natalie.
to him. Yeah, Natalie. He's really trying to convince her, and this guy's like being all aggressive about it.
Yeah, it was just like really like, dude, you just blew your cover, bro. That's how I thought the whole time. I was like, dude, you just blew your cover. Like, and it's just like, I wouldn't say it's funny, but like, you know, they go to the police station several times, and this girl doesn't once say, well, my neighbor kind of threatened me. Or not my neighbor, but the person who sold me the house kind of threatened me that I should sell it back to him. Like, that didn't even like cross her mind to say anything about that. You know, it was almost like it was even a surprise when they found out that he was the one that was doing the vandalism at the house. So it was just like, what? That guy? Like, yes, the same guy that grabbed you by the arm and basically threatened you and told you that you were a piece of crap for taking advantage of a woman who just lost her brother. You are the piece of crap, and you should sell the house back.
Just the lengths this guy was going through. He of course the main character, one of the main characters, the guy. I'm just gonna refer to him as Iceman. Good for X-Men. Because he's getting stuff mailed to him. He's getting like porno mags, and then he got a big old box of other random stuff. You don't really get to see it, but that's initially what it is.
That's the sucky part of the movie. That's one of my dislikes.
Like, damn,
You don't see what's in the box.
This guy's over here ordering this stuff from, and then they do that advertisement online somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume like a Craigslist. I don't really know what that was. But I mean, when you saw that scene, I feel like they kind of put that scene to make you believe like maybe the person that intruded going after the girl might have been the person the whole time, even though it wasn't, obviously.
Well, before that, yeah, they did kind of throw, like I said, like they do a good job of misdirection in this movie, and yeah, as soon as that guy came up with the flowers and the truck, because you seen that truck earlier in the movie, they were kind of foreshadowing it. Yeah, I thought it was him. I thought I was like, you know what? Maybe it was him the whole time. Like he would just talk, but then like as it was happening, I was just like, this seems too weird. Like if this guy had the ability to get in their house, and all he wanted to do was really just like basically rape her. He had multiple opportunities to surprise her. Why would he just walk up to her doorstep and try to do it then? Like it just didn't make sense to me. Like as it was happening, I was just like, nah, this can't be the guy. Like,
Well, for a second, the line that kind of for a second had me believing a little second was because he uses the line something about you're even beautiful or something beautiful, because there's that message on the mirror that says hi hey beautiful or hi beautiful.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like that was kind of supposed to be another little connection mislead.
I know, and then like little things like that happen, and like they never really get addressed either. Like he tries to tell like that's for the message you sent me. What message?
What
Where he
message?
said hi beautiful. I didn't do no, and then ding dong, like then they just kind of like move on from there. They didn't even like resolve that issue. Just like she was just like, oh, he's just being silly. Like I don't know. But I guess going from my dislikes, before, like I said, the beginning started off like the first 10 to 15 minutes. I kind of like thought it was funny and enjoyable, even to the point where like they were about to like start making out, and then he was just like, oh, I can't do this, and then she starts crying in the bathroom all by herself. Well, like the way it even switches that scene to like her and the sister talking was almost like one of those comedic kind of like, well, it's not all your fault, and the blah, blah, blah. Like it was almost like a comedy kind of thing, like, or that it was such a perfect transition how they did it. It was just a really good transition. But then like after that first 15 minutes, like that whole vibe just kind of dies. You don't really have it anymore. It's gone. You kind of like understand that they're a couple there, because at first they try to make them to seem like that happy do-go couple in a sense. And then after you find out, one of them had an affair pretty much, the whole theme of the movie kind of changed all of a sudden. It was like, oh, these are some people going through some shit. Okay. And so the movie theme, or not theme, but tone changes dramatically after that. And I kind of, not that I disliked it. Obviously, they had to do that at some point in the movie because the movie had to have its suspense and stuff like that. And it's really hard to have when something's trying to make you laugh all the time. But I don't know. It just kind of annoyed me that it was there to begin with, to be honest. Like I thought it was cool, and then the more I thought about it, I thought it was like kind of weird that they even put it in to begin with. Like they should have did something different. I don't know, in my opinion. I just didn't like how they did that.
Did you like his college partner's role in the movie, or do you think they could have just probably used more out of her?
I'm not 100% sure. Like, they obviously put like opposites on both of their sides in the movie. Her meeting back up with the person she cheated on him with, him being with his hot, younger. I don't know about younger. I don't know how old these couples are, but this hot young girl for sure, in college. And their partners, and you can tell straight from the beginning they have like a vibe going on, like they kind of digging each other. But like at the same time, like I didn't really like the dynamic because like nothing happened, and I'm not saying like something's supposed to happen, but
should have
like,
happened.
what's the point of adding this kind of possible idea of friction and then no friction happening. Like, what was the point of introducing the character? I guess to introduce it just because there's another female character, just to make the other female kind of uneasy, because that's kind of what it did. But they didn't really either one of them really make a move, which was good. I mean, that means that they're good, moral, sound people. Even the female college girl was like, "Yo, go home to your wife, bro. Like, she needs you. Like, she's calling you. Like, go to your wife." And I even kind of speculated that something was going to happen when they seemed to like start getting pretty drunk together and like, "Oh, let's take shots." And it's like, "Oh yeah, we all know where this is going to lead."
And then you hear your song in the background.
We're taking shots that going around like but yeah, like, and I don't know. It's like they almost wanted to give you that vibe that some cheating was about to happen, and then no cheating happened, and it was like, well, why are you giving me that vibe? Just to make me think that cheating's gonna happen, and then he doesn't even make out with the hot college chick. Damn it.
If I took anything out of this whole movie, it's all about teasing and misleading.
Teasing and misleading. That's the theme of this movie. That's our tagline for later on.
Natalie, yeah, she has some scenes where she's nude or in the bath. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm more coming out as for pervy, but
But I mean, I guess that maybe I'm just misinterpreting a lot of what this movie was trying to like. I don't want to say prevail, but make us perceive. Like, the fact that there was another female added into an obviously already unstable relationship gives the viewer already this feel of tension. Like, oh shit, he's talking to this hot college chick. He's about to do the dirty. So you kind of you already start kind of feeling anxiety for him. You're like, oh shit, he's gonna fuck up his whole marriage now because he's talking to this hot college chick. And then nothing ever happens, but it did its purpose. Its purpose was to make you, the viewer, feel uneasy about it. And for me personally, yeah, I did feel uneasy. I was like, when is it gonna happen? When is he gonna make out with her? When is he gonna try to, or when are they gonna at least make out, or something? But nothing ever happened. But like, it made me feel like something. Oh, let's all do shots. Oh, this is where it's gonna happen. And nothing happened.
Shot.
He's having really hard problems with his wife, and she told him to stay out late. This is where it's gonna happen. And
she was a really good friend at the end of it, but I mean,
she really was. She was a genuinely good person.
She helped him whenever the dog was sick with the poison. Of course, then you get that awkward moment whenever Natalie walks in. She's like, "Oh, who the fuck is this?" "Oh, this is my college friend, right? It's my project partner." You just happen to bump into her.
It's kind of funny too because like he even like gives you that like sign that almost like he's trying to hide her from him, because like when you like, I don't know, in real life that's what I want to say couples do. When you get caught with the female friend you're hanging out with, and your spouse walks in, they're like, "Hey, this is Trisha, Trisha, work friend, told you about her before." And it's just like, I don't remember you ever talking about this hoe. But she even said that like, "Oh, it must have slipped my mind," like, because he never really has probably talked about her. Like, and then at the same time, it's like you're stuck in these two awkward situations. One, you can let your wife know that you're hanging out with this college chick for your project. She is an attractive college chick, but you need to hang out with her for project. Or B, but she's going to get jealous if you tell her anything. Or B, try to hide the fact that you're doing a project with this hot college chick. And then hopefully your wife never finds out. You get the project done and you never have to see this girl again. And you never have to make your wife feel like shit uneasy. But for this guy, I guess he played the other route, because that's a dangerous route to play, because if you get caught with her, then you're like, then why haven't you never told me about her? Because you're trying to hide something, you cheating bastard.
It just needed to be on even field. I don't think he ever got back at her for, but I don't know. I like how he tried to bring it back. He's like, oh, that moment. What'd she do? She blew him or Handy. It was a job. I know it for sure. No, Natalie, because with that guy, she well, I guess boss. I don't know. Apparently, she gave him like a hand job or a blow job or something like that. But Iceman, like I referred to him as, he tries to bring that at her, and then she's like, "Oh, well, already let that. I made peace with her, or something. I don't know." She's like, "Why do you keep bringing that up?"
Yeah, it was something like he's like, "We should go to the new house," and he's like, "Well, I don't want to go to the new house, where people got murdered in. I don't want to sleep in the bed where you blew a guy."
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
They threw out the whole bed.
I think one of the scenes that I thought was really cool, but they didn't really like elaborate on it, was whenever the guy tries to get in the bed around the end of the movie and he finds the head of a chick inside of there, and it doesn't really explain who the chick is, and it's so dark in the movie. You don't really see that, you really don't see the face that well. I figure out who it is, but at the end of the movie, I was like, oh, that was the chick that disappeared earlier in the movie. But it didn't ever said anything. Not once was it mentioned that it was Danny who was dead inside of the bed. Even after a month later and everything, she's all happy-go-lucky, with her family and stuff. And after all the events happen, and never mentions her sister, not once. Never comes up. Never one time. It's just like, it kind of annoyed me because like it was such a cool idea, because at that point in the movie, I actually forgot about Danny. I was like, because they weren't even worried about it. Like, they were just like, well, bitch went off on another binge and went and do drugs again.
There was that message that I was like, oh, I just that she gets a message after all those messages. Just trying to reach Danny, and it says, I just needed to be out for a while or something like that. And she's like, okay. It was never like like trying to reach her again. It was just that one little confirmation. It's like, all right, you're good. I guess they don't have like a strong connection.
And that was it. But yeah, I mean, any viewers that are listening, when you go watch this movie, there's a dead body in the bed, and it's Danny.
Dead body in bed.
And you're not gonna really know it's her, but it is.
You mentioned that scene, because he gets in the bed, he thinks it's Natalie and whatever. He's just the hair all messed up. There's a video on YouTube. There's that like the video where there's a white pill face and it makes like a creepy smile. I don't know if you've ever seen that creepy video before.
I don't think so.
But it's a video online. I think it's a woman on the other side. She's like trying to cuddle up with the guy, and then the sheets kind of covering his face, and his eyes are just popped at all. Anyways, it reminded me of that video. Like, I thought I was gonna see like a creepy face pop out of the sheet. But essentially, the dead body is creepy itself. So
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it kind of annoyed me that if I felt like they were trying to set up that scene, but because of the fact they never mentioned who the dead body was, and it was so dark in the movie, it was like it kind of goes over your head. Like, you wonder who the body is. Huh?
I saw the black dress because the sister was wearing the black dress and the dark hair. So I saw the body. I was like, oh, there's the body.
I saw the. My TV screen may be darker than it should be, but it was really hard to make up, that scene. I even tried to pause it. I tried to look. Even when I paused it and tried to look at the face, you really couldn't tell it was her. Like, it was just so dark. I was just like, what the hell? Like, not a close up on her face or a little bit more light or something, to say, "Holy shit, it's Danny! They fucking killed her!" Like nothing. Like I don't know. I felt like it was wasted opportunity. And then the last part to me that I really disliked, or not really disliked, but something that I disliked was at the very, very, very end. There's a door, that same door that keeps opening up throughout the movie, and it kind of closes by itself. And it's like, dude, this movie was never at all really a ghost movie. But you're gonna have it make it end and seem creepy and end it with the closing door. So cliche. Like it was just like that wasn't even this movie. Why did you end it that way?
I made I guess a fantasy book in like one, like say on the Cinema Movie podcast. So I mean, I don't know, we're kind of jumping over the main ending, but just to cover that part, because the person who's been in the basement area, or whatever, I don't know if he's not fully dead, is he? I mean, he got stabbed, like what the hell? But he gets taken away. And then seeing you're talking about the door opening. Let's say this guy actually died, and then his spirit takes over.
So now it is a haunting.
Yeah, I mean that would have been cooler, like on that direction, but I don't know. I honestly don't. What the hell? They're just teasing another person to actually get there. Like, I think the other guy's still locked up or held up somewhere.
That was my other idea. Was that I was like, did he have a kid down there or something?
What the hell?
The kid's gonna go like terrorize people.
It's like the only person that knew about the whole house layout was was that woman. The person's lover, but he killed her.
Yeah, it was such a strange idea too. Like the picture made it really seem like he was a normal person.
He looked very normal.
Yeah,
your everyday.
yeah, like your everyday just guy, and then all of a sudden he lived inside walls. Like it didn't really make sense to me. Like that was kind of a plot hole to me that I didn't really understand. Was like, why did he live in like I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to be like, look, woman face tried to keep you inside the house, but like wanted you to live in the walls, and you did because you loved her. But then she decided to actually make things work out with her husband. So instead of just leaving like a rational person, going on with your life, you stayed hiding in these walls, and you terrorize people in there. Like that's not. I know it's not rational to live in walls to begin with. I get that. But like you were a person who did person things before. Like why didn't you just continue doing person things once you found out once you killed her? Like if that was the quotation marks love of your life and you couldn't stand seeing her with someone else and you killed her, then you're just gonna fall in love with the next piece of ass that moves in? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like
That's his way of thinking.
Like, oh, now there's a new hot chick. Guess she's the one I'm supposed to be with now. Like, I don't know. It was a really weird plot hole to me.
I'm assuming that's what happens when you live inside the walls for so many years. You just become a goblin. I don't know. He's become what's his name, Gollum.
You know, this is based on a true story.
So I've heard, but only like a tiny percentage of it's actually real. A lot of it's just made up.
I have to take a phone call real quick.
Alrighty.
Give me one.
Huh. He disappeared. That's the end of the stream though. Yeah, just straight up. I don't know. I want to cover that scene where we lead up to actually the we find the dude. If one of the viewers is if one of the people watching right now, if it's you one, you should jump on. If not, I guess not. um, so very unprofessional, isn't it? He's taking a phone call in his live stream. Should still start pre-recording these things like Franco does. Nah, I like to keep it live stream because you never know what the hell's gonna happen. Um, um, just comment down below. What was your favorite scenes? What you liked about this movie? Nothing. I just go into hiding mode.
Guess who's back?
I
Back
was gonna say
again.
like, oh, we're gonna end it.
But yeah, I don't know. I just yeah, it was based on a true story of a guy named Daniel LaPlante.
Daniel
LaPlante.
Radcliffe.
It kind of looks like Daniel Radcliffe.
No, no, the
Basically, it was like you were saying before. A very small percentage of it was actually like used in the movie, but basically, it was this guy who was obsessed with this girl who lived in this house, and he made tunnels underneath her house and able to like get through her walls and get through the flooring and stuff like that. And he made his own little kind of like passageways throughout the house from underneath the house, and yeah, he would like go through their house, and he even had like holes where you can like peek through like each room and kind of see what was going on. Like definitely not as extensive as what really happened or what they try to do in this movie.
I find it very clever how he had his own camera system going around. That's why he kind of knew the blind spots were to, and he was just pretty much traveling through the walls. You'll never get caught by the camera.
It's kind of funny that there was a digital thermostat, and then he had a thermostat, but his thermostat didn't look digital at all. It looked like an old-fashioned thermostat. But whenever he moved it around, it changed the other temperature as well. But yeah, I mean, definitely, definitely some crazy stuff that happens in real life. Lots of horror movies are based on real life
So
events.
when you were going on your phone break, I was suggesting that we should probably start talking about the big reveal, because we already talked about pretty much stuff around it. Like there's a person living in the wall, but as far as the scene going into it, she's looking back on the camera footage because she has a camcorder or a handheld, and you see the guy popping up under the bed. Visually that it's like supposed to be a normal guy, but even that kind of creep out fucks with your head kind of moment.
Mm-hmm.
Just how pale and tall this guy
Yeah,
is. The long hair is like shit.
Yeah, he comes out from underneath the bed, and I was like, "Oh,
And
shit, there is a ghost."
he's creepily like, I mean, it pretty much might as well should have been like a fucking ghost. It looked very paranormal. But he grabs the phone and you see he's the one that messaged Iceman. He's all, you should say yeah. And she's like, oh, why? I didn't send you that message. I'm looking at my phone thread right now. You didn't send the message. He's like, let me send you a screenshot. It'd be hilarious if he screenshot something else.
Right.
No, but yeah.
Picture of his D.
And it's like the whole review is pretty just. I think it's had a lot of cool visual stuff in it. Not even like CGI shit, just what you see.
No, it's definitely yeah. So you find out, there's a guy living in the walls basically, and he's been watching them since the beginning, and it was kind of crazy because like it was almost like they were getting bombarded on all sides. Like you had the neighbor that was harassing them on the outside front, and then you had this guy in their inside front that was just, messing with them to make them like feel uncomfortable, and yeah, it was just kind of crazy.
You kind of
And then
remind me of
somehow this guy had like access to drugs, which that would kind of blew my mind too. That's another plot hole. Like, where did he get these drugs? Did he leave the house?
I think there's a thing. Well, he probably snuck around and took the people's probably took cards and is doing some online ordering shit.
Maybe.
I don't know. They didn't show any more package besides the pornography, the porn stuff that was being delivered to the house. But I mean, he could have done that somehow. I was gonna say that that guy kind of reminded me of Tommy from the Room, the movie. Tommy Wiseau, or I think that's how you say his last name.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Or he like just James Franco's interpretation of that character and
Yeah.
the Death Stars.
He did kind of look like him, but a lot more paler.
I think an actor that I thought was pretty fun to watch on the screen was the detective.
Yeah. I don't even think that guy ever apologized to him for being a dickhead. He was kind of a dickhead the whole time.
he was stating facts though. I mean,
but yeah, I mean, I don't know, crazy stuff. Definitely a suspense. Definitely a big twist at the end. So I think it's time for taglines.
the lines of tags.
So what was your tagline from earlier?
What? Did I have one? I feel like I didn't have one.
Yeah, earlier you said like I think this movie should be called Deception and something else.
I don't know. It was more tagline. It was more like misleading and
misleading.
Cheese.
That's what it was. It's called Aftermath, Misleading and Teasing. That sounds like a porn. That sounds like a porno that he bought.
I don't know. You seen the 40 version, right? So there's that scene whenever Paul Rudd's character brings Steve Carell's character. He's like, I got you a big box of porn right here. He's like, no, I don't want your big box of porn. And he just shouting it out outside. No, for the last time I don't want to watch School of Cocks with you. It's all Dave's Boner Gems 03 or something like that. And at the way bottom of the box, it's everybody loves Raymond. I don't know, it's just the first thing that popped in mind. Tagline.
Aftermath. He's always watching.
Aftermath.
Aftermath. Records. Dr. Dre dropping a hit. Aftermath. Is it a ghost or is it Maybelline? Aftermath.
Creepy on next level.
Inspired by a true story.
Inspired. Well, I don't know.
Nah, I don't have many taglines for this as well.
Yeah. How we would have ended it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was there a way you would have ended it differently?
Well, I mean, I think I would maybe go to that same direction I kind of mentioned earlier. Because he gets stabbed, and he gets shot by the needle. But I guess that wasn't enough to put him down. I'm assuming he got taken away in custody. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been cooler if he died, and then, like I said, his spirit just haunts the place. Or I mean, 'cause at the end of the movie, you don't even his college friend doesn't even make an appearance. It's just them and his coworkers. His,
I feel like
and
it should have been a little more brutal, like the ending. Like she stabs him once with a pair of scissors, and then it's just like that's it. Like it should have been like
as their go-to weapon. Same thing she used for the let's say rapist, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was definitely her weapon, her soul weapon.
Ended.
And kind of like I don't know, like I think that obviously they were trying to give us a closure ending, which was kind of cool. Obviously, I like okay. Now that I'm thinking about the closure ending, I see why they did the creepy closed door thing, but they could have just did that whole ending way better, where like maybe they were like looking through like all the shit that the guy had was like his whole little bedroom and kind of finding all the pictures like man I can't believe this guy's been staying here for us this many years or this long this whole time and he shows all the pictures of them together and then like something like maybe like a picture of something like that's just like when did this happen and it's almost like a creepier picture of something in the background it's just like oh shit and it kind of ends on that note like it's something like there's something else they didn't catch for some reason, and it kind of ends at that note. I don't know what, but that's kind of like ending it on a suspense more than just letting the door close on its own. Like it just seems so lame.
I mean, imagine it was just like a real the same house area, but it's just a different location. You see I don't know. Imagine there being another area and then someone pops out of it. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that was a kind of another thought that I had that maybe somebody else lived there with him.
we're just living there rent free.
But then it kind of like defeats the whole purpose of him like over obsessing about a girl because there was another girl there the whole time or something or what? Like, you're all right, but you're not good enough to be with.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, he got at least he got to land a kiss on that.
Ooh, a
Like,
big
oh,
sloppy
I was
kiss.
sloppy at the moment. I was kind of jealous. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Bastard. How dare you kiss Alice?
I don't know.
Keep it in your pants, Nick.
I'm trying.
Try harder. I can see it from here.
No.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, the ending was kind of lame, to be honest, in my opinion. But I mean, overall, the movie was okay. Was pretty good.
The ending, I mean, maybe you don't even close the door. Just leave it open. Like, I mean, I feel like, I mean, you can tell like from a mile away. Oh, they're gonna end it by closing that door, and it closes sure enough. But like, what if you just have the door open and you don't even close it? Just that's the imagination.
Yeah.
Well, that's a simple way out. I think I'm just gonna stick to my fantasy booking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Him turning into a ghost and haunting the house.
Yeah.
I like it. So during our talk, did you change your rating at all, or is it still still 3.3s out of 5?
For now, I'm staying at 3 and 3 out of 5.
Yeah, me too. Not 3, but my 2.
You're 3.5.
Yeah, I think it was still a pretty decent movie. It did kind of keep me at the edge of my seat for most of the movie, which I think it's hard to do for a lot of movies for me nowadays. So I was pretty impressed with the fact that it kind of made me feel suspense almost the entire time. And then the ending, the twist, really caught me off guard because I was sure that it was one of the other people, and then it was just a whole nother third party that you didn't even know existed, and that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, like I said, besides the sister getting pulled in, and of course the hand being like, I think that's just like I would say my overall favorite scene. Just him popping out underneath the bed and just messaging a message. It's like,
Yeah,
damn,
buddy.
chills. They're multiplying. But yeah,
Well, thank you guys for joining our podcast today for the movie Aftermath. Again, y'all can catch it on Netflix. It's there now. It stars the Iceman. It stars Alice Culver. What did you say?
Cullen,
Colin. Alice Colin. Colin?
Cullen,
Colin.
Cullen,
Colin.
Cullen,
Colin.
Cuh, Len.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Colin.
Cullen, God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty good suspense if you're into suspense movies. If you listen to this, you probably heard the big twist, but it's still pretty creepy when you see it in real life. So I would still recommend you watching the movie if you want a little bit of a night thriller or a suspense movie. I think Aftermath's a pretty good movie for that. Go ahead and check it out on Netflix. Again, thank y'all for joining in. You can check it out. You can follow us on our Facebook. We also have an Instagram page as well, Friday the 14th plus UHD, and then Friday the 14th on Facebook. And then we also are on here on Netflix. We're not on Netflix yet.
Oh shit.
We're also on YouTube. You can search Friday the 14th. And again, my name is Mr. Fuentes. I am a music artist. I do mainly rap. You can check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to music. And you can follow me on my personal pages on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Mr. Fuentes 361. And thank you again, guys. We really appreciate that y'all stuck with us for so long. And all right, off to this guy.
Out to the bad guy. You can follow me at the 4K bad guy on Instagram. You can also catch me on UHD for next week. We'll be reviewing Rob Zombie's Halloween from 2007. That was a pick that won, the real one at Chosen. You can catch us with the next review. So the next movie review, I decided we should get back on track with the sequel to The Collection.
The Collection.
Yeah, that'll be our next review on Friday the 14th.
Let's do it.
Hopefully Juan has not dived into the movie yet. There you go.
Juan's seen every movie in existence. He's the ultimate cinephile.
I mean, I don't think I know because he bought those Blu-rays. That was I think it was his first time watches or something like that. At least saw the first one. Subscribe to Emo Swap Productions if you haven't already. I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all's problem is. Emo Swap Productions till
We're
we
at-
die.
We're at 370 or 371 at the moment.
371.
I think so. Or maybe
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely Tiff and Franco have been pushing the Wrestling Tacos brand pretty hard this year, and I even heard they're having some shows booked and things, which is awesome. I'm really happy for them. They're doing really good. If you are interested in wrestling or just want to be entertained, check out Wrestling Tacos podcast off our Umbrella, our parent brand, Emo Swall Productions.
Sessions.
But yeah, I mean, doing good things out there, and obviously we're doing good things over here. The brand's only getting stronger every day, so it's really awesome to have this team and work and be with this team and work on this team.
Yeah, man, it's pretty much what we want to plug in. So, thanks for watching. I mean, I was so used to saying listening, but I mean, you can listen through the video, but our audio, we're no longer doing a audio format currently.
Mm-hmm.
I think also on the main for Wrestling Tacos also, I think he stopped doing that too for the audio.
Nice.
So yeah, remember folks, always been a bad guy.
Peace.
Boom.